Let's take a look at a new type of figural analogy. In these figural analogies, the figures are going to change in quantity. That means how many. So let's take a look at this example. Look at figure 1 and look at figure 2. Decide what changes from figure 1 to figure 2. Figure 1 has 2 triangles. Figure 2 has 3 triangles, so the quantity increases. It goes up by 1 to change from 2 triangles to 3 triangles. Remember, whatever we do at the top, we must also do at the bottom. So look at figure 3. Figure 3 has 2 circles. If we increase the quantity, or we go up by 1 circle, which is like we did at the top, then the answer to this analogy would be what you see in number 4, because number 4 has 3 circles. All right, let's practice by looking at some examples. So remember what to do. Look at figure 1 and look at figure 2. Think about how they change from figure 1 to become figure 2. The quantity can increase, that means it can go up, or the quantity can decrease, that means it can go down. So looking at figure 1, there are 4 squares, and looking at figure 2, there are 2 squares. Remember, what happens at the top must also happen at the bottom. So look at figure 3 and apply the same thing that you did at the top to the bottom. So if at the top you went from 4 to 2, that means you took away 2. Then at the bottom, you're going to go from 4 and you're going to take away 2. So show me with your fingers, 1, 2, 3, or 4, what you think the correct answer is. All right, the correct answer to this one is number 1. Number 1 is correct because it has 2 circles. And those 2 circles are in the same orientation or the same shape as what we see here in figure 3. They're going from side to side, which is horizontal. All right, let's practice another one. So look at figure 1 and look at figure 2. Think about how they change from figure 1 to figure 2. Remember, it's changing in quantity. And then look at figure 3. And whatever you did at the top, you must also do at the bottom. So it's going to change in quantity. Then show me with your fingers, 1, 2, 3, or 4, what you think the correct answer is. So at the top, we go from 3 to 1. At the bottom, we're going to go from 3 to 1. That's right. 1 is the correct answer because here we had 3 hearts. Here we have 1 heart. Just look at the top. Here we had 3 stars. Here we had 1 star. Great job. All right, let's do another one. So let's practice. Look at figure 1. Look at figure 2. Think about what changes for figure 1 to become figure 2. So we go from 3 to 4. And then look at figure 3. Here we have 2, so we don't start with the same number. Here we started with 3 and went to 4. Here we start with 2. But whatever we did at the top, since we added 1 to get from 3 to 4, we're going to also do at the bottom. So if we have our 2 circles and we do the same thing that we did at the top and we add 1, and show me with your fingers what you think the correct answer is. The correct answer to this one is number 3. And number 3 is correct because here we start with 2 circles that are on top of each other, and if we add 1 more, which is what we did at the top, then we're going to have 3 circles on top of each other, which is what you see in number 3. All right, let's practice another one. All right, take a look at figure 1 and figure 2. Think about what changes for figure 1 to become figure 2. There's a change in quantity. And then remember, whatever we do at the top, we must also do at the bottom. So take a look at figure 3 and apply that same change that you did at the top to figure 3. And then show me with your fingers, 1, 2, 3, or 4, which one is correct. All right, the answer to this one is 4. And number 4 is correct because if you look at figure 1, here we have 3 across the top and then 1 underneath. And then here we only have the 3 across the top. So that 1 that was out by itself was taken away. It changed in quantity. It decreased. So here we have 4 circles. And if we take away that 1 that's by itself, we're going to be left with what you see here in number 4. It's going to change in quantity. It's going to decrease by 1, because remember again, whatever happens at the top must also happen at the bottom. Okay, let's practice again. So take a look at figure 1 and take a look at figure 2. Think about how figure 1 changes to become figure 2. And then take a look at figure 3 and our answer choices and show me with your fingers 1, 2, 3, or 4 which one will correctly complete the analogy. All right, the answer to this one is 1. And 1 is correct because we know that at the top, figure 1 is 2 diamonds side by side. Figure 2 is 2 diamonds side by side, but then 1 on top has been added. So the quantity increased. How many increased? So at the bottom, we have 2 circles side by side. And if we do the same thing that happened at the top and we add 1 circle on top, we increase the quantity by 1, then what we're going to have is what you see here in number 1. All right, and that is the end of that. So those figural analogies changed in quantity or how many. So the quantity can increase, it can go up, or the quantity can decrease, it can go down.